This is the Chris Kimball perspective, and today I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't want to hear. See, I feel like when I'm saying it, it sounds bad. What are you doing?
I'm making it so it looks better for you.
It looked fine.
Didn't? I didn't like it.
I feel like I should just read it without actually talking, and then I can do an AI voiceover that'll talk for me, and it'll read it so it won't sound like I'm reading something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I was going to say, while it's scrolling through the screen, though, I'll write it. And then you can at least, you can read it from here instead of from there. So you're not just, you know what I mean? You can read it at your own pace instead of just letting it.
I can read it at my own pace.
Well, it's still scrolling, though, right?
Look, I have it at speed 1, so it'll take 37 minutes to read the whole thing. If I change the speed to speed 2, then it'll take 27 minutes. So it'll be a whole half an hour podcast.
Okay.
But it's hard because I wasn't the best reader in school, because it's not it's stupid when you're trying to read something, because you have to read it and then then there's a pause because it's not fast enough sometimes, and you have to fluctuate your voice with what you're saying, otherwise it sounds like you're reading it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I can write it and you can at least read over it a couple times
You don't
before
need to
you
write
redo
it.
it.
I got it right here if I wanted to.
Oh. What?
Yeah. I just said, hey, make me a 30-minute episode 2. Don't have any of the pause, this, that, because I don't want to be reading that on accident.
Didn't say pause, yeah, and accidentally say it.
Yeah, so now I could just be like, this is the Chris Kimball perspective. And today, I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't want to hear, but they need to.
Say it just like that, babe.
I know, but it's hard to do.
No, I get that.
And if I can't do this, then there's no way I could ever be fucking famous, because people that are actually on TV read off a teleprompter.
Yeah.
Even an anchorman, when Ron Burgundy is reading it, they said he always reads what's on the teleprompter.
TV, TV people, news people for sure, without question, people that do their own, shows. But I feel like those guests that go on there, ain't no way that all of them literally follow the teleprompter. There's no way.
No, the guests don't, but the people that are on there,
talk show hosts or whatever, yeah.
The people that are there, they just read the teleprompter of what they're supposed to say. So the director or the producer,
they've had time to go through and figure it out. You know what I mean?
No, the producer's typing it, that what they want them to say, questions to ask them,
right.
Okay, so how did you feel about and then they're just reading it as they're saying it to the person. But they've done it for so long.
But they've done it. They've practiced it. They've gotten it down. And I feel like once you get it down, babe, you'll be just fine. You just gotta find your timing point. You know what I mean?
See, it's going slow. This is the Chris Kimball perspective. And today, I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. See, I said the wrong thing.
A lot. Right, okay, so this is what I was thinking. Can you restart it? I know we can edit it out, but when it starts with this, because you know what the first line is, wait till that gets up, 3 lines down, and then start. So let that go. When it gets to here, then start it. Now, this is a Chris Kimball perspective.
This is the Chris Kimball perspective. And today, I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't want to hear. See how slow it is?
But they need to.
Yeah.
That pause isn't terrible though.
But they need to. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your boss, not your friends, not your family, not the government, not luck. Nobody. What?
I said, I'm coming to save you, baby.
Ugh. But see how slow it's going? Like,
Can
how
you
am I?
make the words smaller so there's more words at a time? But I would still wait until this is at least, to that and then start. Because you know what that first couple lines says without question.
Yeah, but now it's going to show more words per line. And that's at a speed where it's a speed of 2. So it's a 28 minute read.
So you could do like intro music here, blah, 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 blah. Wait till that gets to the top and then start. Because then you'll be able to read it as it goes.
What am I doing right now? And I know that, like, I tried editing, and that's what I was doing. It's hard to edit music and sound effects and this and that and everything. Okay.
Wait till it's gone. What?
This is the Chris Kimball Perspective. And today, I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't want to hear. But they need to. Nobody's coming to save you. Not your boss, not your friends, not your family, not the government, not luck, nobody. And I don't say that in a negative way. I say that because once you actually accept that, your life changes. Because as long as you believe someone or something is going to come along and fix your situation, you stay stuck. You wait. You hesitate. You tell yourself, it'll work out. But working out and doing something about it are two completely different things. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately, especially with everything going on in my life. Trying to build a business, trying to find the right job, trying to level up financially, trying to be better overall. And I realized something. The only time my life actually moved forward was when I stopped waiting and started acting. Not perfectly, not confidently, but consistently. Because confidence doesn't come first, action does. And that's something I think a lot of people get backwards. They think they need to feel ready. They think they need to be motivated. They think they need everything lined up before they start. But that's not how it works. You start first, and then everything else catches up. Or it doesn't. But either way, you move forward. And forward is better than stuck. I think a lot of people right now are stuck. Not because they're not capable, but because they're distracted. And we live in a world where you can scroll for hours and feel like you did something. You can watch other people succeed and trick your brain into thinking you're progressing. You can consume motivation all day long, and it's not going to take one real step forward. And that's dangerous because it feels productive, but it's not. It's comfortable. And comfort is one of the biggest traps there is because nothing grows there. Nothing changes there. Nothing improves there. And I get it. Comfort feels good. It's easy. It's safe. But safe doesn't build anything. Safe doesn't get you where you want to go.
I feel like that meshes more together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this section out where I just said that last part because that sounded red.
Red. Oh, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? It can't sound like a color, babe.
But safe doesn't build anything. Safe doesn't get you where you want to go. Safe keeps you exactly where you are. And if where you are isn't where you want to be, then something has to change. And that something is you. Not your situation, not your job, not your environment, you. Because until you change how you think, how you act, how you move, nothing around you is going to change either. And that's a hard truth because it puts the responsibility on you. And a lot of people don't want that responsibility. They want to blame. They want to point fingers. They want to say it's the system or their boss or their past or their circumstances. And look, those things can be real. They can make things harder, but they don't make it impossible. And the moment you stop using those things as reasons and start using them as fuel, that's when things shift. Because now you're not a victim of your situation. You're someone working through it. And there's a big difference between the two. One keeps you stuck, the other moves you forward. And I've had to check myself on that. There were times I made excuses. There were times I waited. And times I knew I should be doing more. And I didn't. But I'm done with that because I don't want to look back 5 years from now and realize I stayed in the same place. That's one of my biggest fears. Not failing, not trying, because at least if you try and fail, you learn something, you grow, you get better. But if you don't try at all, you stay exactly where you are and time keeps moving away. And that's the part that people don't think about enough. Time doesn't care. It doesn't slow down for you, and it doesn't wait until you're ready. It just keeps going. And every day you wait is a day you don't get back. And I know that hits different depending on where you are in life, but it's true for everyone. And I think that's why I've been pushing myself more lately. Why I started this podcast, why I'm trying new things, why I'm putting myself out there more, because I don't want to be the guy who had potential, but I want to be the guy who actually did something with it. And I know I'm not the only one who feels like that. There are a lot of people out there who know they're capable of more, but something is holding them back. Whether it's fear or doubt or comfort, overthinking, whatever it is, it's keeping them in the same place. And if that's you, I'm telling you right now, you don't need permission. You don't. You need the perfect plan. You need that. You don't need.
You were doing so good though.
I know.
It sounded good. It did. Like it didn't sound like you were reading it. Like you were just talking. I liked that.
Yeah, but then I said the wrong thing. See, now I have to figure out how to cut that out. And it's hard because I don't have a mouse to be able to pick that section, drag over, pick that, and then cut it out.
What's the time? Where's the time at? Like, how far into the video are you? How many minutes?
14 minutes.
And how many seconds?
20. Or I'll just put 14 minutes and 30 seconds. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. And starting doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow, even though I want to. It doesn't mean taking some huge risk overnight. It means doing something, anything that moves you forward, applying for better opportunities, learning a new skill, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, speaking up when you normally wouldn't, taking a step you've been avoiding. That's how it starts. Small moves, stacked over time, and eventually, those small moves turn into something bigger. But you have to begin. And I know some people are listening to this are going to agree with everything I'm saying. and some people aren't. People aren't going to say, like, some people are going to say it's not that simple, and they're right. It's not simple, but it is straightforward. There's a difference. Simple means easy. Straightforward means clear. And this is clear. If you want more, you have to do more. If you want different, you have to become different. And if you don't, nothing changes. That's it. That's the truth. And not everything is going to be like that. But the people who need to hear it will. And if you're one of those people, take this seriously. Don't just listen to this and move on. Do something with it. Even if it's small, even if it's uncomfortable, just move. Because once you start moving, everything else starts to shift. Your mindset, your confidence, your opportunities, it all begins to change. But only if you take that first step, and I'm right there with you. I'm not speaking from some perfect place. I'm in it too. I'm still building, still figuring things out. I'm still pushing myself to be better. But I'd rather be in motion than standing still. Every single time, if you're listening to this, wait. So if you're listening to this and something,
Logan.
someone said Happy Easter.
Oh, he said, Sophia says, and I quote, "Good morning to you, Mom." Oh, thanks, love. Tell her I said good morning.
So if you're listening to this and something in you knows you've been holding back, this is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. So start. And this is a Chris Cooper perspective. And if this hits you, like it, share it, follow me, and let me know what you want to hear next, because we're just getting started. So next week, probably come up with something that we're going to talk about. Not sure what day. I want to pick a day that I talk about something every Friday, every Saturday, Sunday, one of those days. And I'll come out with the podcast every day that week. So thanks for tuning in, and toodles!